Here we are. You two, one moment while I go ahead and announce the stream. We are. Alrighty. Should be good to go then. Hello. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I thought today we'd start the stream off because I've been itching to play this. Unfortunately the servers were down last night, so I couldn't really get my fix before bed. Whoa. Why is it so loud? It seems so loud.
Makes sense seeing as me and the crew I roll with are into rigging spots. I'll fill you in on Sandvan's Quick Drop, a DIYer's dream tool. I've got just the spot.
There you go. Alright.
Let's roll.
So I've been playing this a little bit in my spare time. I had maybe a couple hours in it so far. And honestly, I'm having a great time. I'm not sure what everyone's complaining about. I know a lot of people are not so pleased, but to be honest, it's been so long since I played Skate 3 that I'm not sure what people are comparing to. I mean, obviously they're comparing to Skate 3, but I don't really remember what the game was like back then. It's been so long. So, but I've been quite pleased. It being a free game, and... oh. Huh. I remember doing this yesterday. Do these things reset every day? That would be actually pretty cool. Yeah, sure. I'll do it again. It's basically a daily system? Is that right? I didn't even do this one correctly last time. I managed to do it somehow, but... let's do this. Ah. But yeah, I'm not sure what people are comparing it to, because I just can't remember. Why am I here again? I thought I set it back here. Oops. But I do remember having a really good time with the third game. Oh, well, I actually did it. Oops. That took me so long to do last time. It was like 20 minutes or something. But yeah. I'm so far having a good time. And yeah, a free game that doesn't have like pay to win features or anything like that. It's basically just
What is happening, my friend? The name's Slappy.
Alright, maybe I need to go do that thing.
The next stop on the tour. Makes sense seeing as me.
Oh. Wait.
What is happening, my friend?
Alright, you need to shut up. Where are you?
Looks like Izzy volunteered me for the next stop on the tour. Makes sense.
Why's my thing way over there?
Roll with her into rigging spots. I'll fill you in on Sandvan's Quick Drop, a DIYer's dream tool.
Is it over here?
Let's roll.
So it looks like oh, are those all the players? Oh, that guy's flying. Is there a hacker in my lobby? Or was the game just fucking up? Strange. But apparently I can uncheck that, right? So we'll go ahead and just ignore that then. I'm not really interested. Oops. I'm still getting used to the controls. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Holding trigger while Okay, so I was wondering how you did that. Did that completely by accident?
This spot is perfectly designed to be owned. Was that too assertive? Sorry for shouting.
What? You didn't even shout. Oh, Noah, how are you? Flip tricks. I didn't do any flip tricks? There we go. Okay, that's better.
Your female parent.
But yeah, I guess people have been saying that it's not having any campaign mode or like a story mode is kind of lame, which I get that, to be honest. I just don't remember the campaign at all from the first game. Other than like there was like a coach character or something. That's not how you run.
A hardcore pyramid? They're a whole lot easier than those crusty ones in Egypt.
What? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, also trying to just understand how to navigate this fucking map, because it's so... vertical. And I like the verticality though. Oop. That is a checkpoint spot. Can I unlock that right now? Level up to unlock. Oh, okay. So you have to level this sometimes. Interesting. Hello, Dark Flame. How are you?
Activating those push muscles?
Right. What's this one? I don't think I've done this one yet.
No
Whoa.
standards for this then. It's all you.
You good? It's fine. What the fuck was that? Where did he come from?
Leads into the difficulty. Good luck.
Ooh. What the hell? Do I have to, like, fly there?
Let's go.
Oh, I do. Okay. So, Spread Eagle, Torpedo, and Caveman. Caveman onto the rooftop. I've never done this before. Oh. Oh. I love the bouncing in this game. Be flying. Oh, whoops. How am I getting off the thing again? I've already forgotten the controls. Damn. Okay, there we go. Oops. Okay. I love that they gave an explanation as to why we're invincible. As if it mattered, but... Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't really know why this is not letting me... Oh. This might take me a while. There we go. Land on the dumpster. Wait, I landed in it, according to that thing. I just hit my head against it, but okay. Ow. I usually upload the ASMR once a week. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess it doesn't have to all be in one try, does it? Oh, it does. Wait, what? Oh wait, I have to go further? Wait, what? What? Pfft. Okay. Oh, I see what they want me to do, okay. So diving down will actually build me speed, I guess. But sometimes I can't seem to get... I have to let go of the button, I guess. I don't know why I'm not getting back on the board. I'm hitting the button, but it's just not working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I honestly don't know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, this is... Maybe I have to... Okay, so I can get back on the board, just... It's not working when I want it to. I'm pretty sure no one bounces this fucking much when trying to. When hitting the ground like that, but... May have to do this one some other time. Because just something about this is tripping me up. Maybe the first time I ever need to actually watch a guide to actually do one of these challenges. So far they've all been pretty doable, but... Yeah, this one's not really working, is it? Oh well. It is some of it at least, but... I can't even get the... I mean, not really. Hey, we're just up here now, though. Let's head this way.
What do you have in mind for the heart? Lines, grinds, clips and dips?
Right? Just land in front of that guy.
Do you like doing the line thing? I don't know who came up with this one, but get ready to get your line.
I'll try this one.
Hit it.
Oops. Get all bearings. All 5 bearings. Grind on the hubba? The fuck is a hubba? I think that was the hubba. Or maybe not. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, okay.
Go again.
Oh, what the fuck? I guess jumped a little too early there. Oh, okay, well. Aw, man. It feels so weird playing this game without music, but unfortunately, not much I can do there. If I want to be monetized. Oop, okay, well,
Okay.
I fucking stuck. Yeah, I was not making that one. Somehow doing worse now. Oh my god. Come on, just get up there. Oh man, that was
Restart.
actually so close. Oh. There you go. Ugh. I'm supposed to grind on that thing, but it just puts me down on the other one. I don't know how that worked, but I'll take it. I know they want me to probably grind on that thing, don't they?
You got this.
Ugh. Maybe I'll just go to like a different... like after this one, maybe I'll go to just ride around, find a fun place to do tricks from. Because I know there's like some... I saw a rooftop in a video one time. That looked like fun, just doing tricks off of... Try and get like a personal high score. Okay, I just need to just get up this fucking thing for God's sake. What? Okay, well. Works well enough. There you go. Oh my god.
Start over.
There you go. I fucking saw that one coming. What the fuck? What happened? Pfft. Okay.
Let's give it another go.
Somehow getting worse and worse and worse at this one. My god. I wonder what playing this game with friends is like though. There you go. Let's do something safe there. Oh my god. I had that one too. Look. Okay, just ollie this. There we go. Oh, lag? The fuck was that lag? Like, slowed me down somehow. Ow. Good. There we go. Oh, right. Pfft, last one. Okay. I thought it was over there. But hey.
Taking care of necessary business. Diligent.
What a lame ending. Uh-oh. Alright, cool. Now, what if we... What do you get from this? Guess we'll go with this one. Just to finish this one out soon. Okay. Sure.
That grip has a no-slip guarantee.
Don't I have another one though? Wait, I have a gesture? Which one? I thought what did I see? I don't know. Oh, this is what I saw. Okay. Interesting. What does this look like? Eh. I'm not really too much of a fan of a lot of the customizations as of yet. I saw like there's the Grim Reaper thing, which looks pretty fucking sick. You have no head though. But I do like how it looks. I'm tempted to get it too, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's go ahead and... why don't we find a place to like just do tricks from? I know people go up here a lot, but whoa, what the fuck happened there? But yeah. Hold on, let me just make sure that the volume, okay. Yeah, there was some weird glitch going on last night when trying to record something. It just could not for the life of me get the audio recording. Where's like the rooftops and stuff? I'm trying to find where that place was that I saw in a video. There's like a rooftop somewhere you could do tricks from. Ooh, this looks like it. You guys are heading over there. Actually, is there a fast travel station close by? Well, there, I guess, but whoa.
Teleport you here.
That was weird. Right, now where was it? Over here. There you go. Just head on up. Okay, I do like the white skateboard though, not gonna lie. There's a lot more tricks to this game though than I remember. There you go. I wonder which ones are like the more valuable ones to do. It's such a nice map though. I really do like this map. I hope they expand it though as time goes on. Oh, I can't teleport back here, okay. Just keep that in mind for later. I have to get up here somehow though. How do we head up here? There's that thing there. Can I be normal and just climb up the thing, please? Okay, apparently not. Doesn't matter.
Up there.
I love the parkour in this game. I don't remember that in the third. It probably was a thing, wasn't it, though? Oh damn, I can like wall jump. What the fuck? And boost myself. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun just to mess around with. If only I could set like custom waypoints or custom teleport zones.
Gulcrest's famous parking house, or P-house, was uniquely designed to not cast a shadow over the skate steeple across the street.
There we go.
Thus, an inadvertent mega roller was created. And, with some clever redesign by the SBCC, a massive Splatfest launcher was born. But P-House's secret sauce is the levels and levels of unique street DIY fun.
There we go. Hello Victor, how are you? Oop. Then, oops. Oh, I was so close. Whoa. What the fuck? Wait, couldn't
Feeling this body?
I just randomly remembered. Couldn't you used to what the take like grab your board and like beat people with it? Oh, what the fuck happened to me? Oh, that was odd. Whoa. Okay. See if I can do that in one good sequence, though. I don't know why that's not working out for me. I'm trying to flip, but it doesn't work for me for some reason. There we go. Whoa. Oh. Hey. I mean, I landed. you go. Yeah, just ride this way instead. Game. There you go. Nice. Was that 11,000 total? Is that what that means? $11,000. Okay, we have a record to break then. I don't know what the fuck happened. There we go. No fucking way. What the fuck? Ah. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Hey. My character just fell down for some reason. I'll take it. Whoa. I did not put the input there. Did I just see someone's teeth? Ow. Hey, what's up? There we go. Oh, fuck. How the fuck did I get 11,000? Hello there, too. How are you? I'm doing good. Just chilling. There you go. Okay, so I actually got 14,000? Oh, that guy bailed early. Damn. I really like this spot though. Whoa. What the fuck happened to me? Huh. There's something about trying to combine certain movements just isn't working. Uh-oh. Oh, I made it. There we go. There you go. Whoa. Oops. There we go. Whoa. That guy's just sinking into the ground there. I'm able to do this a bit more consistently. I'm still struggling to understand, though. Like the flipping? Whoa. Huh. And that wasn't gonna work. There we go. And that was just kind of... okay. Definitely need to find some people to join on this at some point. This is a very... I always loved a game like this. It is sort of like somewhat physics-based, you know? Ow. The physics-based stuff is always pretty fun. Whoa, I'm going fast. That's... oh. Somehow I actually landed that. Okay. Can I do a back for this statement? I cannot. Oh well. Not sure when I'll swap over to just a chatting segment. How? But at some point. Like in probably 30-40 minutes maybe. Hey. Oops. Need to explore too. I actually landed that. Fuck. Whoa. Huh. Oh, I think the game, because I'm, like... I think because I'm flipping sometimes, or like turning around, I think the game only registers which direction you've, like, started from. So yeah. Whoa. The fuck happened? So like I'm trying to pull back to do a front or to do a backflip, but if I've already done like a 180, then it's gonna end up being a front flip. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. I was like wondering, why is it sometimes going the way I want it to and other times it's not? Hello Teddy, how are you? I just woke up. Fair enough. Hey, there we go. We're doing pretty good, just hanging out. I found this spot in a, well, I learned it from a game, or a video rather, and so I wanted to hang out here for a bit, because I really like this spot. Oops. Second favorite ramp? Wait, what's your first then? If I can do a front flip and then a back flip.
Without your stick-to-itiveness.
There we go. That's one. And then backflip. That's only 5,000 points though. I feel like flip should be way more than that. Front flip. And then 180. Wow, that was actually only 11,000? How the hell did I get 14,000 that one time? Ow. One of those buildings you can jump, fly, then caveman into a huge jump. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I was doing that challenge earlier, or it was a challenge. I didn't complete it because it was taking me too long to figure out. You mean this thing? Cause like you jump from like here all the way over here or something like that? Is that what you're talking about? But that's what I was doing earlier. Whoa. Let's go exploring and see what other places there are. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do like torpedo and then get back on the board. Like it just wasn't working for me. Also, there's a lot of people over here apparently. Oh, there's multiple extrovert shops. Interesting. Game punishes you for no co-op. Yeah. There definitely needs to be like a... I was saying earlier, there needs to be a way to like set save points. Like custom places. Beat the area tutorial. No, yeah. I just kind of wanted to mess around. Oh wait, what the fuck? I have more points apparently. Yeah, the tutorial is kind of long. don't know why. Black shorts. I want like a plaid skirt though. Technically still doing it? Yeah. Ooh. Maybe we can head over here.
Buses sure be walking, right?
Where is that? Way up there. Okay. V.
The Towers of Power. Skating. Love this spot.
Yeah, I think every game just at this point wants to have like some AI companion for some reason. I mean, they even did it in like Borderlands 4. Since they give you Echo 4. Let's see, what even is this spot? Oh, this thing. I don't mind necessarily, I guess people put ramps here, huh? I don't mind people necessarily wanting to do the same thing as others in games, but like, I don't know, there's just some things where it's just like, why is everybody doing that? Like, of all things, like having an AI companion doesn't really make sense to do in like every single game. Oh, is Gary a friend of mine? Gary and I met in VR chat, like, within the first month of me playing VR chat back in 2020. So I've known them for nearly 5 years now. They don't do YouTube. I believe we've discussed them wanting to try audios, but just never happened. Why is the audio all weird? Yeah, Gary helped me set up my Discord servers. The ones that I have for the patrons. Since I have more than one. But I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to that. I always have Gary do set up like the mods and stuff.
Dak's fun fact. OG local Jimbo Dak used to do gymnast plans.
So 1 second. Just noticed that my thing isn't connecting. There we go. So strange. Sometimes VTube Studio doesn't connect. There you go. There we are. Oop. Okay. Some crazy ass muscles if I can just break my fall like that with my fingertips. Goodbye. Ow. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Head back here.
That bus driver does good work.
Where the fuck is a bus even gonna be up here? Oop. Pfft. Alright, let's see here. I was saying that it is a shame this game doesn't have like a proper story mode. would be nice if they did. Maybe they'll add it later or something. But like, wasn't there like a coach, like a crazy coach in the third game? I forget what his name was.
Sweet, a freshie. Feel like a good and easy session challenge? This is the one for you. You got this. Time for another go.
Okay, that's one. How the fuck do I get like onto the get to grinding from inside though? Oh, if I just hold the thing, okay. Okay. Why can't I move? Alright, well that was a lame way to finish it. It was just me not being able to move.
You were born to roll. Looking good for time. You're halfway there.
What? Oh, why was the replay just me standing there for like the entire time? I think there's like a session thing there. Or like a fast travel there that I don't have unlocked. Can I level up yet? How do I know? Oh, it's up there. 1710 out of 3500. Oh, okay. Interesting. Co-op. Oh, it does give like more points for co-op. That's weird. It gives a lot of points for co-op.
Cyber had a support lizard.
I didn't even realize that. It's so weird.
Build that calf muscle.
Alright, here we go.
Line challenges. Test them. Lining up for a line challenge? Good idea. Giddy up.
Okay. Oh, this one. I know this one. I do think it's kind of nice though. Like this game is kind of doing the daily system, which I honestly don't mind.
Look at you, bagging out objectives.
Cause I definitely like these challenges. Some a lot more than others, but then you can just kind of do the ones that you want. And there's a lot of them too. Every game has to have a daily and a weekly. They're even doing that in Borderlands 4, actually.
Space and lines for days.
Kind of.
Natural gathering spot.
The like ultra end game that I'm finally at. Oops. In my Siren playthrough. It's like weekly stuff.
Who does their own stunts? You do. Stunt it up with this easy feat test.
Which I think is a lot more fun, don't get me wrong. Wait, what? Spread eagle duration. Oh, okay. What the fuck happened? Oh, I grabbed, right? I pressed the wrong button. Oh, wrong button again. Huh? Oh, I can't do it in one sitting. Okay. Oh, does this game have like crossplay? Or are you also playing on PC? Or no? How is... Wait, what? No. Can I just go around this thing? I wonder? Hey.
You make it look easy.
I'll probably stick to just keeping solo for now, but I do plan to have like a... Well, I'll probably be playing like sometime later, so if you're on, then can play then. But also on Discord, plan to try and do like some... what's it called? Stuff? Some community stuff, so we might see you then. I'm also not even going to be playing this for much longer, because we're going to head over to VR chat and do the just chatting segment.
Wow, that bus was fast.
Yeah, definitely play a bit at some point. Whoa, what the fuck was happening with that guy? Why is his name like that? Trentino? Is that like a partner or something? Or can you like get name templates or something?
Rolling lines are a good time. Ah, a line challenge.
I'll probably do this challenge and then head over to...
And go.
Oops, hold on.
another try.
Let's. I keep getting off the board. Ow. Ah.
Do over.
Yeah, this last fucking jump is rough. Oh, that is an interesting idea, though. I think, honestly, if I had to take a guess, what concrete the... Oh, man. If I had to take a guess on what concrete the ASMR roleplay stuff, it was probably COVID, not gonna lie. Ow.
Go again.
Cause there was a lot of stuff that like I know it was happening even before then. Like the people that I remember doing GFE and stuff like that were from before quarantine. I think just with the way that the world was going at the time, oh man, like the Me Too movement already happened, which was a giant contributor to the loneliness epidemic. Ow.
Okay, this time.
And then, after having to deal with the Me Too movement, men having to deal with quarantine, and then things kind of just ramped up from there. Man, hitting this grind is hard. Yeah. Like DFE ASMR for me has been a thing since like 2017, I believe. If not like 2018, the latest, probably. There we go. Felt good on that one.
That's going to get you noticed.
Hey. Then I can finish up this thing, I think. Hold on, like... Yeah, I wish there were more skirts. I want like a red plaid skirt. And then my board got something. Girl. We'll just swap to that, it's fine. But I so want this though. I'm like so tempted to buy it. It looks so sweet. Even the bottom of the board looks nice. Here we go. Stonewash blue jeans. A red plate outfit. Ooh. The Founders? Wait, what's the Founders? Oh, this one. For a second I thought I was gonna like show my fucking credit card information. Motion cap suit. Premium Skate Pass Season 1. Huh. Yeah, I don't know how you get more money with the in-game stuff. Battle Pass stuff, Undisciplined Roller, Skate. How did I even get that amount of like currency? I don't know. I don't even know what that icon is. It's only real life? But I got like a total of 400. And then I somehow spent the other 150 initially. I didn't. The fuck happened to me? A fucking bus ran over me while I was in the menu. Okay. Alright, well. Great.
Hedgemont fun fact. The Dak's beloved Tri-Towers
Just
are
let them
also
go.
beloved by the city.
Didn't realize that I was in the way of that.
They marvel at the development's multi-level, self-contained living and playing areas.
It only gave you 250 total? Oh, maybe I just misremembered that then.
Gateways snaking through it.
Huh.
One Dak that lived in the area was nicknamed Sloth Dak. He never left the rarefied canopy of the world above San Van.
Okay, maybe I'm misremembering then. I thought I accidentally spent like actual currency and I was like so annoyed. So like, what the fuck? How did I even do that? But okay, maybe it was just 250 that I ever got then. And it was the other ones that I spent by accident. For the one-time thing only. It would have been nice if they gave you like 400 instead of 250, because you can't even spend the 250. You can at least spend 400. Like that's what they did in Hunt Showdown. In Hunt Showdown, when you first start, you start with 400, and there are plenty of things that have at least like a 400 price point. So you can get mad and buy more. Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. Listen, I'm the kind of person where it's like, I don't care if it's a, you know, I don't care if it's a AAA game or whoever. If I like the game, I'll support it. It doesn't matter to me who it is. So I know like it's EA, and EA is known to not have the biggest set of morals, but the Skate 4 devs, and I want to support them. Hold on while I go ahead and just make sure that I'm wearing clothes in VR chat. There you go. Okay, let's head over to a chill world. do our chat segment. Another video idea that I was thinking of though, since I uploaded it earlier, how's that video doing? Let me check. Ah, it's actually not doing bad. I had a video that did really well in the beginning though. That video of me shit talking voice actors did really well, so now everything's having a hard time keeping up with that one. Alright. Let's go ahead and... where do you want to sit? Like this. And then I can make myself into the center. And go ahead and... VR chat. There we are. So let's make the game actually. There we are. Alright. So just chatting segment then. But yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, a video idea that I had that I wrote down is avoiding being black-pilled. Because honestly, I think a lot of people right now are having a very hard time with that. There's a lot of people that in this day and age, doesn't really even matter what we're talking about, to be honest. Either from a society perspective, politics, economics, people are just having a hard time believing that literally anything is going to improve. And I don't blame them, to be honest. Why is existence so difficult? I'll be honest, I'll give you my honest take. I don't believe that the world, I would say like the things were, as far as like the modern era, I would say things like probably around like 2010. No, yeah, I would say like between like 2010 and 2016, things were actually not that bad. I think around that era was probably a lot of like SJW stuff, but things were really not that bad. And then we just kind of took a dip in recent times. But I'll be honest, I have a hard time believing that the world is like broadly speaking worse. Like compared to when when we were born. If you're like, you know, you're like your mid to late 20s or even early 20s. I have a hard time believing that the world is actually in a worse place than that, at least 20 years ago. It's just that because of like cell phones and the internet and how online everything is, we only now really come to understand, like the world has always been a dark place. I think it's only now that people are starting to realize how dark it's really been. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the world is a worse place. You know? To me, it's kind of like the way that I see it is the more these things get revealed, it's like if you came to find out that your neighbor was like a murderer or something, like you saw them get arrested and taken away. And some people, for them, it's like a wake-up call of like things are bad, but it's like that person was always there for, you know, however long. You know, it's just that you didn't know that they were doing those things, right? But the fact that you now know that they were there, and the fact that they're, you know, being taken away, arguably makes the world a safer place, because you now know that there is a risk that you weren't maybe fully aware of before. And now you can like kind of prepare yourself a bit better, you know? Get like a bat or some sort of weapon to protect yourself, get like a security system or something to protect yourself. But things were always bad. You just didn't know how bad it was until recently. It's not like evil just spawned in. Bad things were always happening. I don't care unless it directly affects me. Yeah, and that's how a lot of people think about it. And there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. I think, but I do think that there is a kind of a middle ground to have with that sort of thing, because there's a lot of people who genuinely are just like, I don't really care one way or another, whatever goes on. Just don't bother me. But then it's like, well, then they'll just let bad things happen to other people that they could have prevented with their vote or a protest or whatever. You know? Like, it's one thing, I would say it's less about not caring about things, it's more just not letting things bother you that are kind of out of your control, you know? Because there are a lot of things that are out of our control. We have some control over it. You know, we have control over our health, we have control over who we associate with, for the most part. We have control over who you vote for and things. I think those are things to care about, but not caring at all means that someone else is gonna have to suffer. And chances are the reason why we are, like, ourselves are suffering is because someone else didn't care about us. And so doing that to someone else just isn't the right thing to do, in my opinion. But as long, it's less about not caring about anything. It's more just caring enough that you will make changes where you can. Again, whether it be with your vote or how you just treat other people or how you carry yourself in your day-to-day, take care of yourself, that kind of thing. Care enough to do those things, but don't care so much that it ruins your day to know that there's like 5 wars that you can't help at all. Or there's all this brutality that obviously you had nothing to do with. Don't care so much that you worry about those things to the point that it shuts you down as a person. I can't really blame people for caring first and foremost about themselves. Especially if you're not really in the position to, like, the reason I'm able to think so much about other people and other things is because I'm in a position where I don't have to worry about my own survival. If all you really like, if you can barely afford rent, if you're not sure if you're going to be able to eat that night, if you're not even sure that you're going to survive because, you know, if you maybe live in a war zone or a gang-ridden area or just someone you feel is going to attack you at some point, then yeah, you don't really have the luxury of being able to worry about other people. That's why so many times when you look at these like extremely self-righteous people on the internet, I mean, people make fun of it, but a lot of it is just true. A lot of those people, the reason that they care so much, that they care about, like, they put these like flags and stuff in their like Twitter bios and things, is because realistically, like, if they were like truly seriously caring about their like, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to take care of myself tomorrow, I'm going to be around tomorrow, they wouldn't be doing those things. They would be too busy surviving. You know? You're too busy to survive, just trying to survive, to talk about other people's survival. if you're actually in like a seriously bad position, the majority of the time. Obviously some people prioritize other people over themselves, which isn't necessarily great, even if it is a selfless thing. So I don't blame people who care first and foremost about themselves all the time if they are having a hard time just surviving on their own. But where I do have a problem with is like, there are people that I've known who are pretty well off, who do not have to worry about going hungry, who live in very nice neighborhoods, who have, you know, lots of love and family and community, and they are still just like, I don't care about anything going on. I don't know anything about what's going on in the world. There are people that are just like, yeah, I don't even vote, and it's like, dude, you have the fucking opportunity to at least educate yourself on these things. I get it maybe being stressful to you, but, you know, you have the ability to at least look outside of your own bubble, and you're not doing that. That to me is a selfish person. That to me is someone that is too self-absorbed in a very negative way. And so, but I don't blame people for just kind of focusing inward. Especially given how stressful things are right now. People just need to kind of get their head straight and make sure that they can survive the next week or the next month, the next year. I think that's totally fair. And say just keep yourself educated and treat people properly. And participate in the elections. And that's probably the best anybody can do. As of right now. But yeah. I have another like 30 or so minutes. Why don't we knock off one of these topics that we were talking about before? We can try talking about like the whole body count thing that we were talking about before. If we're interested in that. Because that is such a frustrating topic. Are we using that on the Yap channel? Probably, honestly. But yeah, the whole body count discussion to me is so frustrating. I'll be honest with you. Because the people that talk about it the most are people who are like hyper religious or just hyper conservative, who are like sharing your body with anybody that isn't like your wife or your husband is just like a terrible thing. You have people on that side, and then you have people on the complete opposite end who are like already have like a high body count for whatever reason. Maybe they, you know, have like an OF or something, and they're like, well, it doesn't matter. Like that kind of thing, that shouldn't matter. And it's like, of course you're gonna say that because it's to your detriment if people care about that. Like, let's just be honest. People are going to look at you funny, a bit judgmental if they care about body count. So obviously you're going to try and make people think that it doesn't really matter. And it's just like, can't we just have like a normal discussion about this? Can we talk about this like without people on like the extreme ends of these things muddying up things? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, body count does matter. It does. To what degree depends on the individual. There are people who just, the reason that they get with anybody is because they want to start a family. And it's just statistically not a good idea to get with someone that has a high body count, because someone who does have a high body count, on average, is going to have a much harder time settling down with one single partner, at least for an extended period of time. That is just a known thing. You can't will the human mind and human body to be different just because it benefits you and your mindset. At the same time, this whole like worshipping or like putting body count and things like on a pedestal and intimacy on a pedestal is also just not a good thing. Because I used to do that. I used to do that very, very much. I was never really a religious person per se, but I used to put it on like such a high pedestal, you know? And it drives you fucking crazy. Like, anybody you see that has more experience than you automatically just see them in like this extremely negative lens that you don't see them as a person anymore. You just see them as some sort of bad entity. And that's not good. On top of the fact that, you know, let's face it, if you don't have some level of experience with someone, with people, in such a intimate way, before you do settle down with that, you know, hopefully forever partner, how are you going to know that you two are right for each other in that way? You don't, because you don't have any experience with that. You know, and that's why a lot of marriages, when, at least I believe, why a lot of marriages, when two people who have never had any relation, like sort of physical relation to anybody else, relationship, they get together, and then it's like, well, you have to just kind of hope that you two are compatible in that sort of way, and you probably aren't, let's face it. But then what if you're not? Then you both are just gonna be miserable, not getting your needs met, not exploring any things that you are curious about, and you just have to live your life like that? You know, like if you're a religious person and you don't believe in divorcing and things like that, that is not a happy, healthy life to be living, either. You know? If you're gonna be like a forever partner to someone, you better be prepared to actually adapt. Or rather, you better be prepared to be for them, be with them in every way, and hope that you better be compatible in every single way. At least in many ways as possible. You're obviously not going to be 100% compatible with each other in every single way. It's just not possible. People are different. People change. What people like initially, maybe they don't like anymore. Maybe they start liking something that they didn't like before. People change. But if you don't have any experience in this sort of regard prior to settling down with someone, how do you honestly expect to know what you like and how to give them what they like? You don't. You just don't. And so this whole body count thing is such a weird conversation, because people are just so like on the complete opposite ends of it, and there's never people are just like, I just want someone who has the same ideals as I do when it comes to that sort of thing. Having a larger body count means you cannot trust them, mostly cannot trust them. I mean, it depends, to be honest. I guess, like, trust them with what necessarily? Like, they're just not a trustworthy person? In any regard, like they'll lie to you or whatever. For me, the biggest concern about like a high body count is, are you capable of emotionally investing into people anymore? And are you clean? Because those are two pretty important things. If someone has an STD, and if they're even like physically or psychologically compatible to handle a relationship. Oh, exactly what I just said. I mean, that's fair. I mean, but I feel like people, if you're going to be in a committed relationship, at this point in time, listen, at this point in time, anytime you get into a physical relationship with anybody, you need to just be willing to go to the fucking doctor and get an STD panel. Like, it doesn't matter how much or how little you've had contact with people. I've not had contact with anybody, and there was a time where I thought I might, so I went to the doctor and got an STD panel. It wasn't necessary for me to do it, but there are really weird scenarios where it can still happen. You know, like you have something, you contracted something somewhere, somehow. Like, you should just be willing, if you're really gonna be in such a intimate way with someone, you just should be okay with getting an STD panel at someone's request. It's not like a question to me about it. Obviously, you should still be wearing protection and things, but you should just be willing to do that. And if you're not, then like, be prepared for very few people to want to actually have physical contact with you. Let's just be real. And as far as people, you know, having the physical or mental capacity to connect with you, I mean, again, we're talking about like averages, but I would just be completely honest. I think most people with a higher or low body count, doesn't matter. Most people are just not fully compatible to have like a serious long-term relationship as of right now. Even those who think that they are capable of it and wanting it are just not emotionally intelligent enough to do it. So it's like, if everybody kind of sucks at doing it, well, either you have two choices. Either you just understand that most people suck at doing it and having, you know, suck at having a having emotional intelligence, and you just, you know, you just accept it. Let me start over. You either accept that people are bad at having emotional intelligence, and you go through with it anyway because the trade-off is you get a life partner if it's successful, or you just recluse. You know, you just kind of shy away from society, and it's like, you're gonna be fucking miserable doing that. You just are. So, which one do? You either retreat away and be miserable by yourself, or you understand that you're probably going to be miserable going to the dating world, but the trade-off is you might still, like, you might find happiness at some point. Like, what realistically is the better choice? I'm not that miserable. I mean, that's like fine. You know, not everybody needs a relationship to be happy, but everybody does need some level of companionship. Whether it be friends or community. You know. And hey, maybe you are someone that's just like, yeah, I don't really want to date right now. It just feels like it would be too much for me with where I am right now. Or maybe you're like, I know I have some issues I need to deal with first, like, you know, anger issues or financial stuff that I want to deal with first. That's fine. I get that, but at the same time, you need to find like a balance of like, you're never going to be like truly ready for anything. You're just not. It's just not possible. I used to have that mindset too, where it's just like, I don't want to get into a relationship until I have like enough money to like rent an apartment. And it's just like, that might be years from now where that happens. And I'm gonna expect myself to just grit my teeth and be single throughout that entire time. I know I'm not gonna be happy doing that. You know? Like I'm a fairly social person. At least when it comes to like a committed partner and things. So I would not be happy with that, and I feel like a lot of people would not be happy with that, but they're just kind of coping and just being like, yeah, being single is better than, you know, whatever. And it's like, you may say that now, but who's to say you're gonna feel that way in a few months from now, a few years from now? And maybe someone will come by and you're just like, you'll not see the potential in them as a partner even though they liked you or there was something that could have grown between you, but you were like, nah, not worth it. And it's just like, well, how the fuck do you know? How do you honestly know? You've never been in that position. You've never felt that sort of love. How would you honestly know? You know, like, let's face it, a lot of people these days, especially like they're like between like early to late 20s, just have never felt that sort of love. So it's like, how can you possibly expect me to take you seriously when you don't even know what you're missing out on? You know? But yeah. But yeah, I think people just need to come to understand that people have different values when it comes to body count. People have different insecurities when it comes to that, and you can't just be like, well, if you care about body count, you're insecure, because it's like, maybe it's not even, maybe that's true, maybe it's just they want someone to start a family with, maybe they just don't want to deal with the emotional baggage that, you know, most likely or very likely will happen with having a high body count. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that sort of thing. Where does morality come into play? What, in body count? Or where does morality come into play? I mean, that's an individual discussion. There's nothing immoral about having a high body count in and of itself. There's something immoral about having a high body count because you were manipulating people into sleeping with you. Or you were, you know, what a lot of people don't understand is like, a lot of high body count stuff doesn't happen because of like some evil treachery sort of devious nature. It's just, a lot of it is just insecurity, maybe some difficulty with like impulse control, but it's not, you're not a bad person for having impulses. You just don't have good control over impulses. You know what I mean? And in particular, people see this, people whenever they talk about this, they talk about it in terms of like, well, women having bad morals because, but it's like, okay, well, what about the men then? Like, do men have low morals because they sleep around? I mean, I wouldn't say so. Obviously, there is a difference between a man and a woman sleeping around. A woman, it just has it easier to sleep around, let's face it. So it is, you know, on face value, a little bit more intriguing when a man can sleep around. You know, maybe they're like, man, what does that guy have? How does he do it? Maybe he's just that handsome, maybe he's just that suave, whatever it might be. But there's nothing inherently immoral one way or another. It's just, what was it that caused that? For some people, literally, it's because as a child, or some point in their life, they got attacked. They got SA'd. And for some people, in fact, a lot of people who've gone through those sort of things, for some reason, instead of like retreating and not enjoying any form of intimacy, they become hyper intimate. I've seen it multiple times. And what am I gonna be like, man, you're a terrible person because you got assaulted and now you seem to enjoy intimacy more than the average person? That's not their fault that they got assaulted. You know, they were a kid. Right? So being like hyper intimate in things is often a result of trauma. It's a result of insecurity. It's a result of not having good parents who teach you how to control impulses. It's a result of environment. And you can be like, well, it's still on the person to try and, you know, get things together. And it's like, yeah, sure. But if you think that you could live a different, like the same life as them and end up in a different way, you have some level of arrogance that needs to be viewed upon, you know? So for me, like, there's nothing inherently immoral about having high or low body count or anything like that. It's just, for what reasons were they doing it? Did you have a low body count because you were, like, literally such a piece of shit that even though everybody that you met, like, was, like, physically attracted to you, you're such a piece of shit that nobody wanted to deal with you? Because that's a pretty immoral reason to have a low body count, let's face it. If the reason you have a high body count is because you were just willing to, you know, get people drunk and then take advantage of them, is that the reason you have a high body count? Yeah, that's immoral. But you just having some fun, for whatever reason, maybe made you feel better about yourself. Maybe it was a trauma response. Nothing like that is going to be immoral. It's just not. You know? And so, yeah. As I was saying though, people need to just kind of understand that, hey, if you don't care about body count, that's fine. If you meet someone that does care, maybe they don't want someone that has more than 5 partners, maybe more than 3 or 2, you can't tell them to not feel that way. You shouldn't shame them for feeling that way. They're not a bad person just for wanting someone that has this, you know, more similar mindset to them. And the same goes for if you meet someone that does have a high body count, it's like, well, you can't really shame them either. That's how they live their life, and they got to that point for reasons that you didn't understand or have never been through. And then it doesn't make them a bad person. They become a problem when they start forcing their beliefs on you. That's where it starts. Or if they got to that point in their life because of literally just being a bad person. That's where being a bad person is. There's nothing inherently good or evil about high or low body counts. But alright. So we knocked off that discussion, I would say. Unless there's more that we want to discuss on that one. But I think those are the main points that I wanted to talk about. When it came to that discussion. It also kind of got into like a tangent of like relationships and stuff. Yeah, pretty much wrapped it up. I think so. We have another 10 minutes or so. See what we can think of here. Let's see. It's tough discussing some of these things as of right now because tensions are so high that intentions and things that I'm not super keen on discussing. Things like the black pill and stuff. I mean, I'm willing to discuss the black pill. I don't want to go into the details of why things are so bad and why so many people are black pilled. But yeah, I feel like a lot of these things are just kind of a little too difficult to cover in the next 10 minutes. So let's just see if we can come up with some more topics about things to discuss. Let's see here. Well, looks like the video I uploaded is actually not doing bad. That's pretty good. Bro, I am so honestly on edge about having to find a rigger for the live 2D model. People, anytime I hear other VTubers talking about this stuff, it makes me nervous. It's like they're always talking about like, yeah, getting just the model and then the rigging is like literally like $10,000, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I don't want to pay $10,000 for a live 2D model. I did find someone to do the rigging, or that I wanted to commission to do the rigging, and then they got canceled. They were gonna. So it's just like, man, that's like, they had like a fair price point too. It was like $300, and it looked perfectly good to me. It was so dumb too because they got canceled because I guess they kept giving like their customers SAS apparently, which I read the documents. I personally didn't read it that way, that they were giving SAS. But people were accusing them of that, so maybe I just misread it. I don't know. So the way I read it is like they were willing to try and work things out, but maybe they were giving maybe a tiny bit of backtalk to people that they thought didn't understand what was going on. Which is still not a good thing, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, let's face it, people who are not artists trying to tell artists what to do is gonna be a fucking frustrating thing. I think anybody can agree that when someone comes in, like someone hires you to do a job, and they don't know how to do it, but they tell you how to do it, it's gonna be a little bit frustrating. So I don't know. Again, maybe I just misunderstood what was being said in the documents. We'll see. I think the next time we have a talk, maybe it'll be on Monday, maybe Tuesday, not sure. Looking to see if we can get Thursday again to play with Gary and 7 Days to Die. That'll be fun. But we have quite a few topics we have to hit out here. I think one of the ones that I want to talk about is the rise of adult content. And we can probably combine that with children on the internet, because those two things usually kind of go hand in hand. Taking this weekend off, yeah, I'll be I'm trying to stick to like a schedule now. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is the way that I want to try to do it. And so Monday, Tuesday, I like Monday, Tuesday being like later in the day, like 8 to 10 p.m. Maybe we can extend that from instead to be a 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at some point. So we have a bit more time to talk about some things. Especially some of these topics are extremely like we need to discuss them at length, unfortunately, because they're just so difficult. A lot of them, things like I feel like the woke topic is a bit more of a difficult one. Same with like avoiding the black pill. It's kind of a tough one. Some of these probably aren't going to be that hard to talk about. The rise of GFE, ASMR, the old games being more fun than modern games is probably not that hard to talk about. Some things will need some more time though. How much does luck matter in success is probably one that needs quite a bit of room to talk about. Unfortunately. But yeah. Also, since the stream is gonna end here in a few minutes, because I do have to leave the house pretty soon, do some work. Have any ideas for future topics? Can always just leave them down in the comments of this stream, just in case. But yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of topics to discuss at length here. I feel like. But yeah. I want to play some more Skate, some more Borderlands. We do need to find oops, a chill game to play again, though we are looking at Minecraft and Stardew Valley for that. The games deserve to go up in price. That's an interesting one. We can do that. I like talking about these things because I like playing devil's advocate about them. Just to try and see it from the opposite end. It's also a good thumbnail and price. There we go. It's also a good thumbnail and title thing that gets people's attention. It got quite a few people's attention titling my video Can Kosa Be Justified? Quite a few people clicked on that because I think they thought that I was actually thinking that yes, Kosa can in fact be justified, but no, Kosa cannot be justified. Or battle passes killing games. And talk about that too. We have nearly a full page here. Well, 2 full pages, I guess, of ideas. That'll be fun, going through each of these, trying to discuss them. But alright. I will be heading off now then. Had a nice stream. Hope you all enjoyed. Next stream will be on Monday, probably 8 to 10 p.m. PST, as I said. Maybe we'll discuss more topics there, maybe we'll have just another gaming session in some game. Not entirely sure yet. I do really want to actually I can spend a couple of minutes extra just because I want to show this, because there is some fucking cool shit going on in Hunt Showdown, and I want to play this game on stream again. Let me show the fucking skins on this shit. I'm not like a big fan when it comes to like necessarily spider design. I'm not against it, I'm not for it, I'm kind of neutral, but I'm really loving the color scheme, and if you know me, you should know the color scheme I'm for. So let me hop in quickly while I have a tiny bit more time. From what I'm seeing, people are enjoying the battle, the event going on right now. It seems they've made quite a few fixes that people have wanted, and nothing looks to be broken or breaking even more, because that's usually what happens in these sort of that's usually what happens, is updates fix a few things and break something else. But it looks like things are going well for once. People don't look to be that pleased with the weapon inspections, which I totally understand because they look kind of lame. Not gonna lie. Like look at this weapon inspection thing. Hold on. It's not really that interesting. Also, hold on, let me fix my. There you go. Yeah, the weapon inspections in this game are always a little bit lame for the most part for some reason. I saw someone making fun of this one because it's not really that great. I mean, it says here, making certain your bullet doesn't get jammed, so in that context it makes sense, but it doesn't really look all that great. Oh, and this character, this Red Riding Hood girl. Well, was it her that I was saying? I know I also said this about Devil's Advocate, but Devil's Advocate is going to be... I would imagine it's probably going to come back for the Winter Solstice, because that's always what they come back for, is the Winter Solstice. This is more of a Halloween event though, and it's the event's 70 fucking days. So, but look at this. This is the exact, like, almost the exact coloration that I go for. The black, white, and red is so nice. People want to be able to spin a revolver though, which I completely understand, wanting to spin a revolver. And then you have the spider thing there. I can't wait to play with these, since they each do something different. You can get them randomly. Doubles time of current buffs, but reduces to 1. Being able to use these in the game will be really cool. They also want, especially the Empress, especially as a solo, get Necromancer Catalyst and one of the random burner scarce traits. To be able to actually restore your Necromancer will be fucking amazing. And hopefully they actually keep this in the game, just make it purchasable or something. There needs to be some way to get Necromancer back. Even if it's literally just Necromancer. Like, I feel like that's fair. Like $100 to be able to restore Necromancer. Since Necromancer as a solo is the only way you can come back to life if you've already died, so having 2 times where you can come back to life after dying will be really, really nice. Oh, you can inspect them and it'll tell you on the top. I wonder if that's also in like the actual matchup though. It's really fucking cool though. Oh yeah, and they added this. A powder keg. It's just a portable... fucking portable... That is such a small explosion. It's probably, I mean, it's lethal. It probably has to be, right? All explosions are lethal, but it's so tiny. I was literally asking for years that they add like a portable barrel that you can just put down. And then look at this. They finally put it in. It's like they listened to me. And people are liking it, which is no surprise because it's my idea. Oh, he got hit too. Very little. So what is that in comparison to this? Oh yeah, it's a fucking tiny ass explosion, okay. But yeah, I'm eager to play this on stream. I couldn't before because my headphones were broken, but hey. Soon. Alright. That'll be it for today though. Again, thank you all for joining me. Maybe next Monday, this upcoming Monday, we can just do some more discussing. Alright. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you have a good night. Thank you for talking with me. Sleep well, everyone. And hopefully you enjoy the other video that I put on the VT channel. Because that was a fun one to do. And yeah. Alright, love you all. And I will talk to you all later.